Welcome everybody to another Dragon Ball Legends video, and today we're going to be looking at the one, the only, the best sparking unit in the banner that will be upcoming. Either I think it's going to be tonight or tomorrow night. It's Videl. This is one of the very few times that you'll be seeing me do like a blind kit overview. So let's get started into this. So we're going to be looking at this blind. I took screenshots, showed my friends on my Discord just to kind of give them an idea, but I have not actually gone through the nitty-gritty yet. Numbers are irrelevant to me. With manipulation of stats and stuff, I really don't see how numbers really reflect. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. That's just not how I prioritize what makes a good character in the game. So let's go ahead and look at her. Well, first of all, let's go look at the stats here. We got normals. Okay, so she doesn't have anything like bleed on it. Kind of standard, and she only has character tag girls on here, which, you know, was really surprising why they decide to keep releasing Videl units that support the girls tag. I think if it wasn't for Videl, I think the tag team would probably not be really existent. I think she's consistently the character they use the most to support this team, because there's Great Saiyaman 2, there is the original Sparking, and you got the purple, and then you even got the red one, the EXs. So it goes to show that I think this character is one of the very few characters that are probably keeping the tag alive, or the team alive. All right, let's go ahead and look at strike. Okay, normal impact, normal blast. Okay, swallow shoot. So they're really pulling from Xenoverse for this one. Okay, so we got deals major impact damage plus 30% special move damage, inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation. So I think you're going to get this here. So just by activating it, yeah, on activation. So you will be getting 30% damage based on what I believe this is written here. So that's pretty good. And then you get shortens ally substitution count by 2 on hit. That could definitely be good, especially for clutch situations when Videl does her ultimate. And then you're going to have a situation where the enemy is going to assume that you have like maybe 10 timer counts or like 2 timer counts left. You just pop this one, get it done, and you essentially are able to get out with a stronger unit. Perish the thought. So she can get out sort of kind of in mid game, possibly late game, if you keep a good combo going. And if special move arts is enhanced, okay, that's news to me. Enhanced here. Okay, plus 30% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. So that's what, 60%? And she has blast armor. Good, thank you. Okay, so finally we're gonna get to situations where you see an enemy doing a key card and you could just do what Pan does. And I'm looking at this purely from the girls tag team. And you can just pile drive through them. Of course, we're getting close to that point in time where I think that other characters are going to be like Gohan, Ultra Gohan, where they have the anti-blast armor. So, of course, give it to me when there is a counter to that. Okay, cool. So I do like this one. A melee with a blast armor is always good, especially on a character that I really love here. All right, so green. So this is a stop time green, also really good. So that goes hand in hand with the blast armor. So we got draw a strike card next. Restore his own ki by 40. Thank you. Plus 15% to strike damage inflicted for 20. Ooh, 20 timer counts is a long time. That is definitely a long time. So you're getting, it's almost like Pan. You pull your green and you get a strike card, or well, I guess in this case it's guaranteed to be strike card, so that might be more readable. Let's see if there's more here. Strike inflicted for 20 timer counts. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemy special actions. Okay, awesome. Okay. So she has the special cover change for 10 timer counts, which is a decent amount. You can get some pretty good damage on that. Especially if you're front loaded with a whole bunch of greens. You're just essentially resetting that timer count for 10 seconds. And you're essentially protected. So I think unless there's anything more in the kit that can based on right now, right here, this is going to be like her best bet if she starts with 1 card, goes into a green, and then essentially just unloads the rest of the deck without having any kind of punishment, which is really, really cool. I do like that. I'm very, very happy they gave her anti-special cover change with the green. Okay, plus 15% to damage inflicted by allies for 20 timer counts. Shortens allies substitution count by 2. Okay, so that is not limited. So she can, she has a whole bunch of green card opportunities. If she's buddied up with a GT Pan, I could definitely see her just eating up the substitution count. within her combo, and being able to jump out probably after using her vanish and then going to a different character. Definitely love that. If special arts is enhanced, I really need to know what it means by special arts is enhanced. Is that by a team buff or is that something in her kit? Nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 5 timer counts. Okay, so this is, based on what I remember seeing on the Legends newsletter thing that they had, this might mean if she has like health under 50%, and so that means that most of her enhancements, I'm gonna go out on a limb on that one and just assume it's all 50% under health, and that is what will give her like her own special gimmick, which is the enhancement here. Okay, and then we got Hawk Rush. Okay, cool. That's very standard with Videl. This is the bird names. Oh boy. Okay, it deals massive impact damage, a plus 30% to ultimate damage. Okay, so that's pretty standard, I think, across the board. The following affects the current hit, shortens ally substitute. Okay, so she really wants to get another ally out there after delivering these blows, because that's 5. That's, if you're in a situation where you have 10 timer counts, this is really going to make things a little easier for Videl to swap out, and destroys all your enemies' cards. That is perfect. I actually do like that. If ultimate arts is enhanced, it applies the following effects. So we got an additional 60% damage. Okay, 30. And nullifies enemy restore health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. Okay, so if you whiff this one and you still manage to get a card out there and you get them down to 0 health, it will count too. I've done that in the past. And we also have blast armor. Really happy that it's not just on your super and not the ultimate. Okay, so that's really good, especially when you're low on health. I'm assuming this is the low health thing that they were talking about in the newsletter or in the video showcase. Okay, we got the max blast values. Okay, cool. Let's go into ability. Oh man, I could just imagine. Main ability, randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws Hawk Rush. Okay, so that's pretty standard. Restores own key by 50. Good. Nullifies own attribute downgrades for 20 timer counts. Restores ally health by 15. Plus 15% to damage inflicted by allies. Cannot be cancelled. Okay, so that's good. Just popping that off is just a permanent 15 to everybody else, so that's always good. Main ability is enhanced. Again, I'm assuming it's under 50% health. Restores own health by 20%. Okay, so that might cause some issue, depending on how things work out. I don't know if it's dependent on if you dip under or if you're staying under. And then we got the Z ability. Okay, so sagas from the movies or girls. Okay, good. So I'm happy that it at least keeps the team alive. Base strike and defense, strike attack and defense. So she's a striker. And sagas and movies. So I definitely could see this Videl being on the same team as Dragon Ball Super Pan, especially with the crit chance and all. And even though that this is a support unit, we've seen support units like Koei who could still do some pretty insane damage. Okay, alright, let's see some paragraphs here. Oh wow, this is, that's a very long one right here, so let's go take a look. Inherited Sense of Justice. It applies the following effects itself when battle starts. Plus 110% to damage inflicted. Wow. Is it because she's a support type and those numbers that I completely ignored are pretty low comparatively? Wow, that is a big number. I don't think I've seen the numbers that big. And it cannot be cancelled. Okay. Plus 30% to strike damage inflicted. Okay, so just flat out strike. It's not like the original one there. Reduces damage received by 70. Okay, I think 70% is like the par for the course for people, I'm assuming. And then 30% to key recovery. Nice. 40% critical rate. Okay. Applies the attribute upgrade. Shortens substitution count by 2 for 60 timer count. So it's almost like a mini Bulma effect where Bulma has it by default, but this one is within the first 60 seconds. Okay, it nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 60 timer counts. This is when it starts. So she's type neutral for the beginning of the match. Okay, that's interesting. So that means she can pretty much go toe-to-toe with a purple unit. Okay, so they gave her survivability at least, hopefully against the Gogeta. Okay, the following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer. Okay, that is really good. Anytime you have characters coming in with some extra ammo in there, it's going to be really good. So 1 card when you have 3 or fewer. I mean, it's not like Pan where she could just come in with a whole bunch of cards, but I mean, it's better than nothing, right? You're getting key, you're getting card. I can see here, restores own key by 30. That's always good. Plus 50% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. Applies buff effect, nullify enemies, destroy card effects for. Okay, so she doesn't get the. Interesting. Okay, she doesn't get her cards destroyed within the 5 timer counts. All right. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 15 to all arts cost for 5. Okay, so this is just when she enters in. So that's a hard punish when she comes in, and I'm pretty sure if someone were to take advantage of like a drop combo and then she fails doing her special cover change, at least she's going to stop the combo that other way where they're using way more key than expected to continue the combo against her. Okay, I like that. Alright, the following effects occur every time this character uses a Strike Arts card. Okay, restores own key by 5. That reminds me of the Zenkai Chi-Chi. Restores ally health by 5, activates 5%, activates once. Okay, so that's that doesn't reset, so that's kind of weird. Oh, activation count resets after character switch. Okay, so 5% is 5%. It's kind of whatever. Shortens ally substitution count by 1, activates once, and then it resets every single time. Okay, so just on the first strike card, she's doing all a bunch of these. She's restoring key by 5 consistently, but everything else that sounds really sexy here is not. Okay, do or die intervention, knocks enemy back to long range. If cover changes performed against her strike arts, activates during assist. Okay, so that is probably, whenever you're thinking about cover changes, the best kind of cover change is always the double, like the blast or our strike cover change. Those are typically the best, but when you're trying to compare having it over blast or for strikes are typically a lot easier to pop off than the blast ones, because the blast ones are a lot harder to judge up close and personal. That's just how it is, at least in my opinion, when it comes to PvP stuff. All right, the following effects occur, and of course you got the comboable into the special move arts. Interesting. Special move arts. Let's see. Actually, let me see. What's this right here? Special move arts. Ultimate. Okay, so I don't think you're able to combine that with your ultimate. Interesting. Okay. Following effects occur if own remaining health is 50% or below when hit by enemy arts attack. And let me read that again. The following effects occur if own remaining health is 50% or below when hit by an enemy's arts attack while this character's on the battlefield. Activates once. Okay, so when she dips under 50%, randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws special arts card next. Interesting. Okay, so she gets her blue and restores own health by 30%. Okay, so she has somewhat of a insta health when whacked with the ultimate or some kind of like ending to a combo. Plus 40% to damage inflicted. Okay, cool. 30% to key recovery. Nice. Increases own arts card draw speed by 1. Okay. Minus 5 to own strike arts cost. Cannot be canceled. Enhances owns. Oh, yes, I was right. This is the 50%. So once she dips under 50%, even if she ends up recovering all that health back, it's still going to count all this enhancements. It's just about dipping under 50% once. Okay, enhances own special move, specials, ultimate, main ability. And then shortens ally sub count by 5, so she can just get the heck out of there. And reduces enemy key by 100. Wow. That is very good, because that is a gimmick that you typically see with a lot of the Legends Limited characters. I guess I think one of the freezes do that. I could be wrong. I've been on the wrong side of an enemy that I'm attacking that ends up just zapping away all your key, and you're just kind of like, well, what do I do now? Okay, so she's reducing the key by 100 or by 100. She's getting her sub count, and then she's sealing enemies' main ability for 3 timer counts. So she's essentially shutting down the combo whatsoever. That's really, really good. Applies the following effects to allied episode sagas from movies, tag girls, or character Gohan when this character switches standby. Plus 15% damage inflicted. Okay, good. Plus 30% to key recovery for 15 timer counts. And cancels attribute downgrades. Okay, that's... these are just the metal stuff, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so whenever this banner comes out, I will be ready. I will have my Chrono Crystals ready and do the summon. But she looks pretty solid, and I'm not saying that she's going to be the best best character in the game, but I definitely do see that she's going to elevate the team to be a lot more competitive. And of course, that could be said with any new unit that comes out. I've been running Gogeta this entire time with the girls tag, but I could definitely plop her onto the leader slot and take advantage of the GT buffs as well. So I could definitely just see this team just changing slightly. We could finally get rid of Red Videl because we already have our primary Videl here. In terms of like the battle setup here, I'll be taking Gogeta off, and then where's she at? Yeah, we'll just get rid of him there. We'll assume that Videl's going to be on the leader slot here. We'll get rid of this Videl because she no longer has a place there. We could possibly have this 18 buffing up Videl in terms of health and extra doodads. I think, what else do we have here? This would definitely give her extra health, but she wouldn't be doing that much damage. In terms of like gimmicky, I don't want to get rid of Kawaii because getting that vanish removal is such a good tool to use. But I think the core is definitely going to be Pan, any one of the Pans, and Bra, and then Videl, because you've essentially got all the colors kind of covered on that end. And everybody else here, I mean, I could definitely see Kale being interchangeable. She has a really good blast snipe with the lock. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there is Chi-Chi. I mean, Chi-Chi would be really good, but the problem is her regular Z ability is just so geared towards strike. Actually, let me see. What is her thing here? Oh no, it's strike, attack, and defense. And 25% is low comparatively, of course, but I could definitely go ahead and play around with this one. But I think the main core obviously would be the new units, which is Bra and one of the Pans, and then you have Videl there just to kind of all have some type of special cover change. And then go from there. But yeah, that's going to be my my look into this character. Hopefully the banner is tonight and not tomorrow. But regardless, I'll be ready for whatever video I'm going to be doing next, and you guys will be informed when it happens. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys hopefully in the summon video. Bye bye.